So the first thing that you avoid whenever you eat an organic plant food beautiful diet is you avoid pathogenic bacteria. So meat, dairy, and fish are loaded with these organisms whether you cook it or not. So one thing I've mentioned before is that if you've ever had sushi in your life, you have parasites, and guilty as charged. I have had sushi. I remember I loved it in college and I had no idea what I was eating. I didn't have that mental connection yet, you know? But little did I know the life that was getting ready to come to me, which I'm so thankful for. But yes, pathogenic bacteria, parasites, all that stuff, you're gonna avoid that whenever you eat a raw vegan diet. And it's so beautiful. You also avoid trans fatty acids. So high heated oils, no bueno. So any oils or fats that have been tampered with are just a major burden to the body. That's a really good word for it. Burden. Burden to the body. They clog the arteries in the body. So margarine, cooked oils, and animal fats are very destructive. And they also aren't mixable with water. And so since we are a water-based being, it makes it just very hard for our body to break down and to digest. Also, these cooked oils and trans fatty acids, they speed up the aging process. So we live in a society right now that is obsessed with anti-aging. So we'll buy $500 creams, we'll do all kinds of picking and prodding and surgeries, and but we don't ever focus on the inside, and we don't ever focus on true detoxifying to, slow down the aging process and even, reverse it in terms of helping your skin so your wrinkles get better, blah, blah, blah. So cooked oils speed up the aging process, they inflame tissues, and they also really hurt the cardiovascular system. So whenever you cook the fats, it creates, a toxic rancid oil in the body. And one thing that really stands out in my mind is, to me, cooked oils are a major cause of free radicals in the body, free radical damage, and it just is what it is. That's why I like pounding down the berries, because they're just so full of antioxidants that can counteract these free radicals that we get not only from, what we eat, but the air and the water and just everything. I mean, there's always going to be pollutants, especially in this society that we live in. But that's why you want to counteract them with antioxidants. And then you also want to avoid killing yourself with these bad foods, right? So with the raw food diet, you avoid things like acrylamide. So whenever you cook food, different chemical processes happen in the body, right? One of them is called the leukocyte reaction, or digestive leukocytosis. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of this, but I've been doing a little bit of research on it. And so basically what it is in a nutshell is whenever you eat cooked food, it's a process your body goes through because the body pretty much thinks that you ingested a poison, when you eat high heated foods. And this just simply doesn't happen when you eat raw foods. That the body doesn't have to go through so much turmoil to digest because the body wants raw foods. It's made for raw foods, right? You also avoid chemicals from agriculture like pesticides, herbicides, rodenticides, fungicides, granted if you're eating organic produce. And these are everywhere in animal foods. And most people think of the pesticides and stuff like that just in produce, but oh my gosh, no, they're loaded in animal foods. You also avoid refined sugars. So, this is an obvious one to me. Refined sugars are loaded in tons of foods to satisfy man's natural sweet tooth. So man has a sweet tooth because we're natural frugivores. We're made for that sweet, juicy fruit. But people, for some reason, either A, don't eat enough fruit, B, they're afraid of fruit because people are afraid of sugar, but yet they'll eat refined sugar. It's very odd to me. But naturally, we have a sweet tooth, so instead of going to fruit, people have gone to refined sugars. And they just cause a whole host of things like energy crashes, depression, candida, diabetes, weight gain. The list, I could probably roll out a 500-page list of why refined sugars are not good for you. But for some reason, our society is just fixated on it. And, I know what the reason is. It's because it's very addicting. Once you give children this or give, adults this, it's very hard to come off of because it is addicting. With a raw vegan plant-based diet, you also avoid, this is my favorite one, and I'm going to end on this note, you avoid rotting from the inside out. So anytime you eat dead foods, whether they're high heated and they're dead, whether they are animal foods that are obviously dead, you're creating rotting in your precious GI tract that you want to keep clean and pristine, okay? So when you have putrefaction and just this toxic buildup in your GI tract, you're essentially rotting from the inside out. And so it makes sense that whenever we avoid these dead foods, we can avoid rotting. And you know, even through like live blood analysis and just looking at blood under a microscope, we can see the difference between someone who eats a dirty diet and who's full of toxins versus someone who eats clean. You can clean your blood up very easily. It's the lymph system that's harder to get into and to clean up. But the blood can be full of parasites and fungus and stuff like that. And, you know, that's why I avoid eating dead foods, because I want clean blood, clean lymph, glands and organs that are functioning just beautifully, and I want to be thriving. I want to constantly pound back the vitamins and minerals through natural foods, not through supplements like an isolated vitamin C tablet or whatever. I want to get it through natural foods. And if you call this a supplement, things like Vitamineral Green, Chlorella, God's Superfood Blend by Dr. Morse. You know, I want to just constantly give my body hydration. And that's why I love the raw food diet. You gain so many things with it, and you also avoid a lot of things with it. And I'm forever thankful for raw foods. It's changed my life. It has finally cleared my skin. If you guys know anything about me, you know that I suffered with skin issues, eczema, which turned into cystic acne all over my body. And it is probably 90% cleared. I'm not saying every once in a while I don't get something, but for the most part, my skin is clear. I don't wear face makeup anymore. I'm not plagued with digestive issues. I'm free. My mom was talking about this yesterday. She said, Victoria, do you realize that you are free from these bad foods? So it's not like I go around day to day thinking, well, what can I eat? Do I want candy today? Do I want bagels? Do I want this, and this? Do I want to, you know, make pancakes? I am free from all of that. And what I have gained through the raw food diet is just so much abundance in plant foods, because you guys, plant foods become very, very addicting. Once you give your body a little bit of it, they're like, whoa, I want more and more and more. And then before you know it, you're a raw vegan and you are thriving on this physical planet. And then you look around outside of yourself and you see, wow, most people aren't thriving like this. And then you start going, why? And then you think, oh, it's their diet. Oh, it's this, and this. And you become awake. And yeah, I'm just forever thankful for raw foods, and I'm forever thankful for YouTube, because I'm getting to share my message, and it's like I can shout it from the rooftops without actually doing that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Eat your fruits and veg today and be open-minded about it. You know what I mean? Get a juicer, get a Vitamix if you can, and start this beautiful diet, because it starts out a diet, turns into a lifestyle, and then everything in your life shifts, it all changes, and you become awake. So yeah. So that is my video, you guys. Click like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.